The iconic sitcom boasted an ensemble of renowned talent, with several members of the Golden Girls ensemble enjoying significant careers prior to and following the series' broadcast. Premiering in the autumn of 1985, the show chronicles the lives of a group of elderly women residing in Miami, bonding over their shared life experiences and intricate romantic entanglements. Now, after 39 years since its inception, join us on this special journey as we reconnect with the cast then and now. Curious about the details? Then stay tuned as we delve into the post-Golden Girls endeavors of our beloved cast members, Estelle Getty as Sophia Petrillo. In reality, Estelle Getty was actually a year younger than her co-star, Bea Arthur. However, in The Golden Girls, she portrays the eldest of the four main characters, Sophia, who is Dorothy's mother. When her retirement home burns down, Sophia is compelled to relocate and live with her daughter. Throughout 7 seasons, she entertains her roommates with anecdotes from Sicily, always prefaced with the memorable phrase, "Imagine it, Sicily." She tolerates no foolishness, holds no back in her unfiltered remarks, and spares her daughter from no witty insults. Getty embodied her iconic role more frequently than any other lead in the series. Apart from revisiting the character in The Golden Palace, where Sophia joins Blanche and Rose in launching a hotel, Getty reprises her role as Sophia in episodes of Empty Nest, Nurses, and even Blossom. Nevertheless, Getty's repertoire during this period extended beyond this role. During the final year of the original sitcom, she starred alongside Sylvester Stallone in the comedic buddy cop film Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Getty was introduced to Arthur Gettleman, whose surname she later adopted as her stage name, at a social gathering by acquaintances from the New York theater scene. They tied the knot 9 months later on December 21, 1947. Together, they welcomed 2 sons, Carl Gettleman and Barry Gettleman, and remained wedded until his passing on September 24, 2004, at the age of 85. While Getty continued working until 2001, she received a diagnosis of the progressive brain ailment Lewy body dementia in 2000, and her deteriorating health led her into retirement. She passed away in July 2008, just 3 days shy of her 85th birthday. Bea Arthur as Dorothy Zbornak. As the central figure of the Golden Girls, Bea Arthur's portrayal of Dorothy Zbornak often embodies the archetypal voice of reason on the show. She offers commentary on Blanche's seemingly endless sexual appetite, Rose's naivety, and her own mother's lack of manners. Despite her occasional cynicism and quick temper towards her housemates, Dorothy's compassionate and generous nature, flaws included, shines through just like the actress who portrayed her. Following the conclusion of The Golden Girls, Arthur remained active in the acting world, primarily appearing on television. She had a recurring role as the new agent of the titular character on Dave's World, and made guest appearances on various shows such as Malcolm in the Middle and Curb Your Enthusiasm. In the late 90s, she took on several self-referential roles, portraying herself on the sitcom Ellen and in Showtime's Beggars and Choosers. Sadly, she passed away from lung cancer in 2009 at the age of 86. 6 years after Arthur's death, Carl Siciliano, the executive director of the Ali Forney Center, which supports homeless LGBTQ youth in New York City, penned an article in HuffPost highlighting 2 remarkable contributions Arthur made in her later years. In 2005, Arthur significantly raised the profile of the organization by raising $40,000 in a single night through a benefit performance. Following her passing, Siciliano was astonished to discover that Arthur had bequeathed $300,000 to the center, providing vital support that helped the organization weather the recession. Rue McClanahan as Blanche Devereaux. 4 years preceding the events depicted in The Golden Girls, Rue McClanahan's character, Blanche Devereaux, becomes a widow. Throughout the series, she eagerly seeks out her next romantic partner, often attracting much younger admirers. Despite Sophia, Dorothy's mother, playfully teasing her about her age, McClanahan was actually the youngest among the quartet of leading actresses. McClanahan and Betty White had previously collaborated prior to the debut of The Golden Girls, having shared the screen on the sitcom Mama's Family. Their professional partnership continued with The Golden Palace. Although this spin-off series was short-lived, McClanahan remained active in her career, securing television roles until the year preceding her passing. She also emerged as a vocal advocate for animal rights, notably expressing her displeasure to 2004 Democratic presidential nominee John Kerry over his pheasant hunting activities. The final decade of McClanahan's life was marked by health challenges. Diagnosed with breast cancer in 1997, she successfully overcame the illness. However, she later suffered a stroke in 2009 and ultimately succumbed to a second stroke in June 2010 at the age of 76. McClanahan is survived by her sixth spouse, Mauro Wilson, from whom she separated in 2009, her son from her first marriage, Mark Bish, of Austin, Texas, her sister, Melinda Lou McClanahan, of Silver City, New Mexico, and other relatives, including her niece, actress and author Amelia Kincaid. Harold Gould as Miles Weber, the suitor of Rose on The Golden Girls, who appeared frequently, almost as much as Dorothy's former spouse, is Miles Weber, portrayed by Harold Gould. Interestingly, in Season 1's Rose the Prude, Gould portrays a different character named Arnie Peterson. Miles' romantic journey extends beyond the conclusion of The Golden Girls, as Gould revisits the role in the sitcom spin-off The Golden Palace. Gould had already established himself as a highly recognizable character actor long before The Golden Girls hit the airwaves. To older viewers, he was most notably known for his portrayal of Rhoda's father, Martin Morgenstern, on both The Mary Tyler Moore Show and its spin-off, Rhoda. Additionally, he made occasional appearances on the silver screen, with one of his most memorable roles being the con artist Kid Twist in the 1973 film The Sting. His theatrical repertoire includes performances in Broadway productions such as Jules Feiffer's Grown Ups, Neil Simon's Fools, Richard Bare's Mixed Emotions, and Tom Stoppard's Artist, Descending a Staircase. Gould received an Obie Award in 1969 for his performance in The Increased Difficulty of Concentration, written by Václav Havel, and later reprised his role for a 1988 PBS adaptation of the play. He was a founding and long-serving member, 48 years, of Theater West, the oldest membership-based theater company in Los Angeles. Gould portrayed Mr. Green in Jeff Barron's Visiting Mr. Green at the Pasadena Playhouse. Gould passed away from prostate cancer in September 2010 at the age of 86. He remained active in his craft until the very end. From the conclusion of The Golden Girls to his passing, he appeared in movies such as Patch Adams, Stuart Little, and Freaky Friday, in addition to numerous television roles. His final on-screen appearance was in a 2010 episode of the medical drama Nip Tuck. Bill Dana as Angelo. In Season 3's My Brother, My Father, comedian and writer Bill Dana assumes the recurring character of Angelo, Sophia's brother. Mistakenly believing him to be a priest, Sophia persuades Dorothy and her ex-husband Stan to pretend they're still married during Angelo's visit, only to discover later that Angelo never pursued priesthood. Angelo eventually relocates to Miami and makes 5 additional appearances before the series concludes. Prior to the premiere of The Golden Girls, Dana had a significant impact on both television and film. He gained fame for his portrayal of the comedic elevator operator Jose Jimenez on The Danny Thomas Show and his own sitcom, The Bill Dana Show. Additionally, he was a renowned writer, contributing to numerous episodes of the iconic spy comedy Get Smart. Notably, Dana penned one of the most memorable episodes of All in the Family, titled Sammy's Visit, featuring Sammy Davis Jr. planting a kiss on Archie Bunker's cheek. Although Dana withdrew from screen acting in the mid-90s, his connection to the entertainment industry remained strong. In 2005, he played a pivotal role in establishing Emerson College's American Comedy Archives, dedicated to collecting, preserving, and providing access to primary source materials related to America's comedic history. Dana revisited his role as Bernardo the Servant on the CBS television series Zorro and Son, offering a different portrayal from Gene Sheldon's pantomime rendition on the 1950s live-action show. Both series were produced by Walt Disney Productions. Dana passed away on June 15, 2017, at his residence in Nashville, Tennessee, at the age of 92. Sid Melton as Salvador Petrillo. Sophia's cherished husband Salvador passed away long before the events depicted in The Golden Girls, but death doesn't prevent him from making appearances on screen. Sid Melton portrays the departed spouse in flashbacks throughout the series, in addition to a singular portrayal as Don the Fool in Season 6's What a Difference a Date Makes. Transitioning away from the role of Sal Petrillo didn't signify the conclusion of Sid Melton's acting career, nor did it signal his departure from the realm of The Golden Girls. Melton proceeded to feature in the spin-off series Nurses and Empty Nest, along with brief cameos in other shows like Blossom and Dave's World. His ultimate on-screen performance was as Eddie in a film directed by Melton himself, titled 1999's And Call Me in the Morning. Sid Melton possessed a storied history in Hollywood long before his involvement with The Golden Girls. Commencing his screen acting journey in the early 40s, Melton made a significant impact as the sidekick Ichabod Mudd on the beloved 50s children's program Captain Midnight. He subsequently appeared in numerous television productions over the years, including The Danny Thomas Show, Peter Gunn, The Munsters, Love, American Style, and countless others. Melton entered into marriage in the 1940s, although the union was later annulled. In 2005, he attended Eddie Albert's funeral alongside his former co-stars Mary Grace Canfield and Frank Cady from the sitcom Green Acres. Sid Melton passed away from pneumonia on November 2, 2011, at the age of 94, at Providence St. Joseph Medical Center in Burbank, California. Meg Wyllie as Edna. Meg Wyllie portrayed Edna in the show. Wyllie made appearances on almost every popular television series of the late 1950s and a significant portion of the 1960s. In 1960, Wyllie played a grandmother in the Bullets and Ballet episode of Tightrope, as Mrs. Blowers in Wagon Train in the episode The Ricky and Lori Bell Story, and in the Twilight Zone episode The Night of the Meek. During that same year, she was chosen for the role of Mrs. Schaefer in the episode The Captain's Dilemma of the CBS military sitcom drama series Hennessy, which starred Jackie Cooper as a United States Navy physician and Abby Dalton as Nurse Martha Hale. In the 1963-1964 season, Wyllie had a recurring character as Mrs. Kissel in 18 episodes of ABC's family western series The Travels of Jamie McFeeters, which featured child actor Kurt Russell in the titular role. Mark Allen portrayed Matt Kissel, her husband, in 19 episodes. In 9 episodes, 4 of the Osmonds were cast as the singing sons of the Kissel family, all named after books of the Old Testament, Micah, Deuteronomy, Lamentations, and Leviticus. She portrayed the initial villain in Star Trek, the Talosian Keeper in the pilot episode, The Cage, 1964. Not aired in its original form for numerous years, this content was utilized in the 2-part episode, The Menagerie, 1966. Additionally, she made an appearance in Batman alongside Tallulah Bankhead in one episode titled Black Widow Strikes Again, 1967. Wyllie passed away on January 1, 2002, at the age of 84 in Glendale, California, due to heart failure. She was survived by a cousin, Nancy Walker, as Angela. Nancy Walker only made 2 appearances on The Golden Girls, but she holds a special place in the hearts of sitcom fans. She portrays Angela, Sophia's sibling, in Season 2's The Sisters. In this episode, Dorothy arranges a surprise visit from Angela for her mother, only to uncover decades of estrangement between the two, stemming from past grievances. Later, in Long Day's Journey into Marinara, Angela reappears when Sophia suspects her of trying to steal her boyfriend. The roles that brought Walker the most recognition came well before her time on The Golden Girls. For many TV viewers, Walker is remembered as Ida, the mother of Valerie Harper's Rhoda, appearing on both The Mary Tyler Moore Show and its spin-off, Rhoda. However, from 1970 to 1990, Walker gained fame as the diner waitress in the Bounty paper towel commercials, famously introducing the slogan, "The quicker picker-upper." Interestingly, Walker's portrayal of Angela paved the way for her next regular TV role. Susan Harris, one of the creators of The Golden Girls, selected Walker for the part of Molly McCaskey on the short-lived Mama's Boy. Following this, Walker took on the role of Sarah Bauer on the Fox sitcom True Colors, which ultimately marked her final regular series appearance. Tragically, less than a month before the conclusion of True Colors, Walker passed away from lung cancer at 69 years old. Lenny Green as young Dorothy's Bornak. The CGI technology used to digitally alter actors' appearances in modern TV and films wasn't an option during the era of The Golden Girls. When the show needed to depict stories from Dorothy Zbornak's younger years, they took a more traditional approach by casting a younger actress. Beginning with Season 2's A Piece of Cake, Lenny Green portrayed the youthful version of Bea Arthur's character, Dorothy. Compared to many other members of The Golden Girls cast, Green's resume in screen acting is relatively short. Following her role on The Golden Girls, she only made a single appearance on the short-lived CBS sitcom, The Five Mrs. Buchanans. However, transitioning away from acting didn't mean Green left the entertainment industry altogether. In the late 90s, she transitioned to working behind the scenes. This career change proved fruitful as she became a successful writer and producer, contributing to some of the most acclaimed TV series of recent decades. Her notable credits include Jag, Nip Tuck, Masters of Sex, and the epic's mystery drama The Truth About the Harry Quebert Affair. Betty White as Rose Nyland. She's charming, she's competitive, she's a fantastic dancer, but she's not always the sharpest tool in the shed. She's Rose Nyland, portrayed by Betty White, and she's truly memorable. Not only did White win a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series for Season 1 of The Golden Girls, she received nominations for the same award every year the sitcom aired. After The Golden Girls concluded, White remained active in the industry, starting with the spin-off series The Golden Palace. Despite the cancellation of that series and several other sitcoms she appeared in, like Maybe This Time and Bob, she persevered, continuing to work in both film and television throughout the 90s and '00s. She secured recurring roles on popular shows such as That '70s Show, The Practice, and Boston Legal. Her portrayal of the monster-feeding Dolores Bickerman in the 1999 horror film Lake Placid demonstrated her versatility during this period. Above all, what elevated White from Hollywood star to cultural icon in the early 2000s was her appearance in a Snickers advertisement during the 2010 Super Bowl. The buzz generated by this comedic commercial contributed to a grassroots Facebook campaign that resulted in White becoming the oldest host in the history of Saturday Night Live. On December 25, 2021, White suffered a stroke. She passed away peacefully in her sleep at her residence in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles on the morning of December 31st at the remarkable age of 99. White's passing prompted an outpouring of condolences and tributes from individuals and organizations worldwide. The United States Army issued a statement in recognition of White's volunteer service with the American Women's Voluntary Services during World War II. We deeply appreciate your company on this sentimental voyage through time. If you found this video enjoyable, please remember to show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing for similar content. And always keep shining brightly.